I'm going to be talking more about manifestation and really giving all of you a lot of the knowledge I've been learning and the really interesting things I've been learning as I've researched more and more about manifestation and how to get good at it. And towards the end of this podcast, I will also be telling you the #1 technique for how to manifest, because there's so many techniques and we can get so overwhelmed with all the different ways we can manifest, from writing affirmations to saying affirmations out loud to visualizing to sats to living in the wish fulfilled to just all the things. But there is a #1 technique that I think is the best technique to manifesting. Of course, again, it is your reality and you can choose whatever you want to use, because any technique will work and it's whatever works for you. But if you want easy and effortless manifestation, then keep on listening to the rest of this episode. So manifestation is so cool. You know why? Because there is an infinite number of possibilities that we can tap into at any moment in time whenever we choose to. So in this very moment, I can choose to tap into a particular reality where I am living a certain kind of way, and maybe I have certain kinds of things and there's certain kinds of people in my life, whether it's specific people that I want in my life or a generalized version of those people in my life. It doesn't really matter. I can create however I want it to be. It's kind of how I had mentioned in a podcast a long time ago, where you want to basically envision your life as a canvas, a blank canvas, and you've got a bunch of different paints. Maybe you've got some acrylics, you've got some oils, watercolors, whatever, even maybe pens and pencils, but you get to choose all these different kinds of things you want to use to create whatever you want to create on this canvas. You can even use mediums such as magazine clippings, maybe gift wrap clippings, newspapers, whatever your heart desires. You can literally put on this canvas whatever you want and however you want, and you can use whatever stuff you want to use. This is actually a great exercise, by the way, in real life. Like if you want to kind of just tap into your creative power, I recommend you get a canvas and just get a bunch of different mediums and start just creating whatever you want to create. I always loved doing that when I was in high school and college, and even when I was a little girl. I have a minor in art, and so I did work a lot with building my own canvases, painting in different kinds of mediums. And one of the most fun things to do is to not just use paint, like acrylic paint, or not just only use maybe oils, but also to throw in some, I think one time I made this piece that I painted, but I went to Michael's and bought a bunch of fake flowers and just glued flowers on this girl's hair that I painted. Anyways, sounds kind of abstract-y, but I'm just saying, whatever your mind can imagine, you can create. So this is how I want you to think about your life. I want you to think about your life as one giant canvas where you get to endlessly create whatever you want to create. And if you mess up and you maybe put the wrong thing in the wrong spot, that you can always start over. You can always try again. You can always get a new canvas and make it again, or you can kind of put something over it or erase it or whatever, depending on what medium you used, right? That you can always start over. It doesn't really matter. And so if you think of this idea about life and different realities if you're into that. There is an infinite number of potential realities that all of us, as I had mentioned, that we can tap into, which is a really cool fucking concept. Knowing that we have the power to create what we want in any given moment, however we want, is actually, and knowing that you have this power is actually where you'll begin to really change your life. Now, I talk a lot about how self-love is an integral part of manifesting with intention, manifesting the life you actually want, because it is in those periods where you are going to have self-doubt, you're going to feel a little wonky, you're going to have fears, you're going to have anxieties, you're going to be, maybe there are moments where you're really angry at someone or something that happened. It doesn't really matter. These lower states of being is where we tend to mess up our manifestation, creation, or our process. And when you have a lot of self-love basically is that power that you have that allows you to know that even if I am feeling angry right now, even if I'm feeling fear right now, even if I'm feeling worry or doubt, any of those lower vibrational feelings, that, with this power of self-love that you have, if you really love yourself, you know that any of those feelings are fleeting and that you still deserve exactly what you want, how you want it, when you want it. And that is a powerful, powerful place to be. Now, I heard this dating coach who mentioned, like, when we're going through heartbreaks and things like that, he said the one big thing he can suggest and like just share with his audience is that emotions change. And just hearing those two words together brings me a sense of relief. If anytime something in life goes wrong, it doesn't even have to be just a heartbreak, just some experience that is not going my way, something didn't go right with, maybe a friendship, maybe something didn't go right in my business. It doesn't really matter. When I remember those two words, emotions change, it allows me to realize it's true. Emotions change. That is one of the only constants in life, is that emotions and things and life and people and everything in this world is constantly changing. And so if you are feeling stuck and you're feeling anxiety and worry and fear and doubt and anger, just know that emotion will change and you will go back to feeling happy again. You will go back to feeling whole. And that's where you need to be to really manifest the things you desire in life. Is you cannot be sitting around all the time constantly in those lower vibrational states in order to manifest what you want. You need to be feeling good. And so it's not always the easiest, because we get into our heads a lot. We tend to overthink a lot of things. I know in my early 20s, man, overthinking was my number one skill. Overthinking, anxiety, and I even, like, because of those things, it really had pushed me into a place of depression for a long period of time. And I mean, like, years. And so I was always kind of vibrating at a lower state of being and wondering why my life was not changing. It wasn't until I really decided to call myself out on my own bullshit and take accountability and responsibility for the fact that my life wasn't where it was. And it started by looking inward and getting to the root of, like, am I even really happy? And that is a huge question that I ask myself and check in with myself every so often. Even today, even though I am so much happier, I've never been happier before. Like, it's the first time where I can genuinely say that I really love the life that I have created for myself, and it's only getting better, and it's been getting better. Sometimes, yes, challenges come along, wonky things come along, but it's in those moments of those challenges or those emotions where I'm feeling fear or stress or doubt, I catch it really, really quickly, and I tell myself, no, this is not my story anymore. This is not who I am. I am going to redirect myself, get myself back into a place of feeling good and whole and complete within myself, and really just be there for myself in those moments. And things that I do to really be there for myself in those moments are things that really center around self-care and self-love, like really taking inventory of all those things. Like, am I taking care of my body? Am I eating well? Am I drinking enough water? Have I been drinking too much alcohol? Should I stop drinking so much? Should I stay away from caffeine too much? And because I've been drinking way too much of it. Like, have I been exercising? Have I been getting out in nature? Taking inventory of all those things, and then also skincare and all those things, and making sure, I feel good and I feel radiant and I feel like I'm glowing, because it's whatever you feel is gonna really help you manifest or not manifest the things you want. So if you're not feeling good or beautiful or radiant and healthy and vibrant, you are not going to be manifesting the things that you want. And the better you feel about yourself, I'm going to tell you this right now, the better you feel about yourself on a consistent basis. Like, if you can keep yourself at that high vibration as long as possible, it's not perfect, and I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but if you could really keep yourself there as much as you can, and when you start to wobble, catch yourself right away and get yourself back into a place of feeling good. When you can really catch yourself consistently and keep yourself at that high vibration, you'll start to manifest all the things you really, really, really want pretty effortlessly. And that is the secret of manifesting things quickly into your life. That is the secret of really getting what you want easily and effortlessly. And the number one technique is that. The number one technique to manifesting what you want easily, effortlessly, and quickly is being in this place of, I already know I have it. I already know it's done. I'm just gonna take care of myself, feel good as much as I can, all the time, as consistently as I can, and make sure I take inventory of all the things that I need to do in order to just keep myself at that high vibration, and then know that all my desires, they're already mine. It's already done. Whether it's a certain amount of money, it's already done for me, and I don't have to worry or stress or fear that it's not going to happen. Or if it's a relationship with a specific person, or you want your current relationship with your current partner to be better because they are someone you genuinely care about, knowing it's already done. All I have to do is take care of myself and tend to what I need, so that I keep myself at a high vibration, and trust and know and believe that what I want is already mine. It's already done. And so I just want to mention that it's not the easiest to get to that place where you kind of just, so it's called letting go, but you're not essentially letting go of your desire. I may have talked about this in a previous podcast, but you can still want your desire without truly letting it go. I know there's a lot of information about you must let it go in order for it to come to you, but which sounds weird, because then you realize you don't want it anymore because you let it go completely, and then when it does come to you, you don't even want it. And I don't want you to be in that place. I want you to be in the place of letting it go, and when it comes to you, you still have always wanted it, and so you openly receive it when it comes. And that's what letting go really means. It means to just like trust and know and believe that it's already yours, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to stress about it. There has to be nothing. You don't have to obsess about it or wonder if it's ever going to happen for you. You can just trust and know that it's already yours. You're gonna let it go while still holding that desire, and then just live your life. Go live your life, have fun, do things that make you happy, spend time with people that you care about, be in the present moment, enjoy your life, stop being on your electronics all the freaking time. Just enjoy your life and really make your life as beautiful as you can make it. You know, take inventory of all the things. Like, for example, with me, for me, enjoying life meant, am I taking care of my home life? Am I living a lifestyle that I want to live? I really wanted to really immerse myself in the minimalistic lifestyle. And so owning a tiny home was a priority of mine. So, you know, really focusing on the stuff that I can focus on now that's already in my reality, like the tiny home, you know, and I've always wanted a garden, so I started landscaping and building a garden around my area of my tiny home. And it's just been wonderful to like get into something that I've never done before, because I've never really, like, I guess when I was a little girl, my parents did a lot of gardening, so I could kind of help them, but I've never really started my own garden or landscaped or anything like that. And so I decided to really do that for myself and really enjoy life and build myself a garden. And then, you know, when I'm not working on my garden, I am taking care of myself. I'm going to the gym, eating healthy, hanging out with friends, making sure I'm doing my self-care skin routine stuff every, few times a week. I was getting my nails done all the time at one point, and now I've definitely got to take a break from that, so not really doing that right now. But I'm basically just focusing on, like, just keeping my reality, my current reality, as beautiful as I can. I clean and tidy things to make things feel welcoming, and just because I appreciate my space and I love the space that I have created for myself. And so to really keep it clean and tidy and take care of the things I need to take care of within my home, that's really important to me. And then also my pets. I have pets, so I tend to them, take care of them as well. I am just, really just immersing myself in my reality of the things I already have at my disposal, trusting and knowing and believing that all the other things that I am currently desiring and manifesting for myself that have not yet came, knowing that it is already mine and it is already done and it is coming. And so this is kind of what I've been doing, aside from, like I told you in the last podcast, positive affirmations and meditating and visualizing and doing things like that. I do those, but I don't do those like religiously. I think that there are days where I wake up and I don't really want to do them. And the idea is to not put yourself into a resistant mode where you're forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do, because that actually ends up slowing the manifestation sometimes, at least for me. Now, it's not always the case for other people. You can still push it to the limit and you'll still get your manifestation. But for me, if I don't feel like doing something, I can trust and know and believe that let's say I didn't meditate today or write my affirmations or visualize or do anything. I didn't do anything with any of that stuff. Let's say I didn't feel like I wanted to do it. I just kind of wanted to take it easy today. Well, I still trust and know and believe that even if I don't do that stuff today or in several days in a row or like consistently, I still know that what I want is already mine and it's already done. So I don't want you to be afraid of the fact that you can't manifest something intentionally if you skip days of doing certain things. It is just good, it's good practice and good habits to have a self-care routine, to have a journal or meditation or some kind of self-reflection routine that you can go back to when you're feeling wonky. But on the days where you really aren't worrying and you're not feeling wonky and you just kind of feel tired and you don't really want to do the stuff, but you're also not really worried about your manifestation coming or not, you can just be okay of not doing the self-care or self-reflection stuff that day and know that you're still gonna get what you want. So in the end, this is what I'm just trying to tell all of you is when you get really, really, really good at manifesting, and the more you've really been at this for years and years, it's just like any skill. The longer you've been at it, the more you've done it, the bigger the things you start manifesting, the easier it is to just start releasing control, letting go of outcomes, and still holding those desires deep in your heart and knowing that it is already yours and it is going to come. It doesn't matter if it comes right now, if it comes tomorrow, or if it comes in 5 years, you know that it is going to come to you. And that's the place where you have to be, is just be in this place of knowing it's coming, allow the idea of it to unfold for you, and just go about living your life and enjoying your life in the process and not worrying or stressing about all the little gritty details of when it's gonna come, why isn't it coming, how come it's gonna not come today, or whatever, just that adds way too much resistance into your manifestation and thus delays your manifestation. And at least for me, that resistance has always delayed my manifestation from coming to me easily and effortlessly. It is when I'm in that state of worrying and doubt and fear that it does not come as quickly. It still comes, it's still on its way, but it's just taking longer because I'm out there chasing it, even energetically, even if I'm not physically taking action or doing anything energetically at a subconscious level, that is still delaying my manifestation. And that's what I want you to learn about manifesting, is that it is all energy. It is all energy. Energy does not lie. You cannot escape. So even if you are pretending to not take, pretend that you don't care and you're telling yourself you don't care, but deep down you really have fears and worries and doubts, energy won't you can't escape it. It's gonna know that you're lying to yourself and thus delay your manifestation. So you really have to learn to get yourself into a place of really, truly, and genuinely not worrying or in stressing about it. And like I said, it starts by just enjoying life and focusing on what's in front of you right now, being present in the moment, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, your mind, your home, your pets, family, whatever is in your life right now, enjoying those things, taking care of it, nurturing all of that, and then just allowing the other things to come to you.